Hi everyone, today we're going to be looking at some ways that we can set up assistive technology on our iPad devices. This is great if we have some students that are struggling with spelling and grammar or with typing, generic reading, especially some of those longer texts. This is also awesome if we have an IEP that maybe has some special factors that requires assistive technology. So the first thing we are going to be looking at is how to use the spelling and grammar check on Microsoft Word. I do not suggest using the Word app. The reason why I don't suggest that is because as of this recording date, the Word app only has spelling check. It does not have a grammar check. But if we go on to the Safari or to the web version, we do have the ability to edit both spelling and grammar on Microsoft Word. Now, students can access this by going to the CBSD student page, logging on with their single sign-on credentials, and then when they see the toolbar over on the left-hand side, they can choose the W that's kind of popping out at us right at the top. So I already have a Word document open and going. As you can see right away, there are some grammatical and spelling errors on these two sentences. I know that there's a grammatical error because that's the one that's underlined twice in blue. I know that there's a spelling error because I have a word that's underlined in squiggles in red. Now, the way that you would get to our editing tool is you would click that home. You can see it on the top toolbar with the blue underline. And then we can click this pencil icon. It's the pencil with the 3 lines. Now I know right away that I have one spelling error and one grammatical error because it tells me right there. Now we can also change this. Do be aware that if students have this changed from formal to casual, the casual editor will allow words like slang and they will not mark those as errors like it would in formal writing. So now that I'm looking at my errors, I see that I have one spelling error and it tells me some options as soon as I click it. So I can choose the word went, and then I see that I also have a grammatical error on there too. So if I click on my grammatical error, it's going to give me suggestions right away on how to fix that error. So they went to the store, we went to. So that's how our students can use our spelling and grammar checks using the Microsoft Word, the online version that they would access through the student page on the CBSD website. So the next thing that I want to show everyone is how we can do text to speech, or this is also called spoken content. So if I go into my settings, and I'm actually going to search for spoken content. Now that's under my accessibility. You can see that I have mine turned on already. What this is going to allow me to do is select a word, a sentence, or a paragraph, and I can actually choose speak. Now, if the iPad device is updated, you will also see an option for spell, where it's actually going to read you each letter individually. So now that I have my speak selection turned on, and I know that it's turned on because it has the green right there, I can go into my Safari and I can go onto a website that has text. Now, whenever I select our text, it's going to give me the option to speak that aloud.
Coffee with the admin team.
And it will highlight the word as it speaks to me. So your students will be able to actually hear each word being read aloud, and it will do what's called text highlighting, where it will highlight the word as it reads aloud. So that's a great way for our students to practice their auditory comprehension or their listening skills as the iPad device reads it to them. Now back in our settings, you did see some options for the speaking rate. I definitely suggest that you leave it in the middle because the further towards the bunny we go, the faster it will read it to them. The further towards the turtle we go, the slower it will read it to them. That's a great way that we can have our students practice their auditory listening skills or even just their reading fluency. As they see those words are being read aloud, they can see that each one is highlighted. So the next one that we have also is our voice recognition. So whenever I'm working with my voice recognition, I can go back into my Safari. I'm going to go back into that document. And as I'm editing, I have a microphone button. The first time that they see this microphone, they can choose to enable their dictation. They can choose not to stop. I just click on that stop. So you can see that it pretty much got what I was saying, but there are some grammatical errors or spelling errors. The great thing is that I can click where it says spelling and it will allow me to edit that. So those are some different ways that we can give our students the ability to use their assistive technology or to meet their next goals as we use these devices in creative ways. Thank you, everyone.